I welcome you all in this class of mathematics for grade 8. We are continuing our chapter 2 linear equations in one variable, and in that continuation we are going to start exercise 2.5. This exercise is basically based on reduction of equations to simpler form. It simply means that you need to reduce the equation into its simplest form. Why? Because till now you have understood how to deal with the equations, how to solve them. But now they would be giving you some BODMAS rule related concepts or some rational number related concepts as well. So let's start with our first question of this exercise, that is, solve the following linear equations. The first part says x by 2 minus 1 by 5 is equal to x by 3 plus 1 by 4. One thing that would strike in your mind is, why don't we keep the new constant and the variable separately? But hold on, if you are doing this, then also you need to take the LCM. So it's better you take the LCM on LHS and RHS separately in the first step only. So you would be getting 5x minus 2 upon 10 is equal to 4x plus 3 upon 12. Now, you have two methods here that you could apply. Either you could use the transposing method by cross multiplication, or you could do it with systematic method. So here I have shown you the systematic method, that 10 is the denominator of left hand side. So we have multiplied 10 on both the sides. So we got 5x minus 2 upon 10 into 10 and 4x plus 3 upon 12 into 10. 10 and 10 of LHS got cancelled and we got 5x minus 2 is equal to 4x plus 3 upon 12 into 10. Now this 12 has been sent to the left hand side and it became 5x minus 2 multiplied by 12 is equal to 4x plus 3 multiplied by 10, or after solving it you would be getting 60x minus 24 is equal to 40x plus 30. Now transfer the terms with x on your left hand side and constants on your right hand side. You would get 20x is equal to 54, and after dividing this 54 by 20, you would get x is equal to 27. That's it. Your answer for this equation is x is equal to 2.7. Moving to the next question, that is n by 2 minus 3n by 4 plus 5n by 6 is equal to 21. As you can see that all the variables terms are on your left hand side. So just simply take the LCM of 2, 4 and 6 on LHS. You would get 12. So in numerator it would be 6n minus 2n plus 10n upon 12 is equal to 21. After solving this term you would get 7n upon 12 is equal to 21, or 7n is equal to 21 multiplied by 12, or 7n is equal to 252, or n is equal to 252 upon 7, and once you will divide 252 by 7, you will get n is equal to 36. That is your final answer. Moving to the next question. The third part is x plus 7 minus 8x by 3 is equal to 17 by 6 minus 5x by 2. Here you can apply two things. As I told you, like you could directly take the LCM, or you can keep the variables and constant at a separate place, right? So what I did here, I have kept this x term related numbers at one side and constant related numbers on other side. So I got x minus 8x upon 3 plus 5x by 3 is equal to 17 by 6 minus 7. After taking the LCM on both the sides, we got 6. So 6x minus 16x plus 15x by 6 is equal to 17 minus 42 by 6. Or when you will solve it further, you would get 5x upon 6 is equal to minus 25 by 6. Why we got minus 25? Because we are subtracting 17 from 42. So the number would be 25. But 42 has the minus sign. That's why we are keeping minus 25 by 6. Now after multiplying 6 on both the sides, you would get 5x is equal to minus 25, or x is equal to minus 5 would be your final answer. Moving to the fourth part of it, the question is x minus 5 upon 3 is equal to x minus 3 is equal to 5. It is very easy. If you are doing simple cross multiplication, you would be getting 5x minus 25 is equal to 3x minus 9. And after keeping them at one place, you would get 5x minus 3x is equal to 25 minus 9. And when you will solve it further, you would get 2x is equal to 16 or x is equal to 8 as your final answer. Moving to the question number 5. It is 3t minus 2 upon 4, okay, minus 2t plus 3 upon 3 is equal to 2 by 3 minus t. See, here the equation looks a bit difficult. That is why we are not going to do any transposition, right? We are simply going to take the LCM at this place. So, just take the LCM of your left hand side. You would be getting 12. 3 whole bracket of 3t minus 2 minus 4 bracket of 2t plus 3 is equal to 2 minus 3t by 3. When you will solve it further, you will get t minus 18 upon 12 is equal to 2 minus 3t by 3. As you can see, the 12 and 3 are in the denominators of LHS and RHS respectively. After solving it further, you would be getting 13t is equal to 26, or the value of t would be 26 by 13, that is nothing but 2. Moving to the question number 6, it is m minus 1 by 2, okay, 1 minus m minus 2 by 3. Now first thing is take the LCM. When you will take the LCM, you would get 2m minus m plus 1 by 2 and 3 minus m plus 2 by 3. See, because the sign of minus was here and here, so while taking the LCM, we got plus 1 on LHS and plus 2 on RHS side, right? So you got m plus 1 by 2 is equal to 5 minus m by 3. When you will solve them, you would get 3m plus 3 is equal to 10 minus 2m. After keeping the variables and constants separately, you would get 5m is equal to 7, or the value of m is equal to 7 by 5. I hope you understood. Moving to the next part. The question number 7 of this exercise is 3 bracket of t minus 3 is equal to 5 bracket of 2t plus 1. Now, instead of sending 3 in the denominator of 2t plus 1 and 5 in the denominator of t minus 3, we will simply do multiplication and we will follow the BODMAS rule. So, after multiplying it, you would get 3t minus 9 is equal to 5 2s are 10t plus 5 1s are 5. And after transposing the variables and constant at separately, you would get 3t minus 10t is equal to 5 plus 9, or minus 7t is equal to 14. And when you will solve it further, you would get t is equal to minus 2 as your answer. Now let's see the 8th part of it. 15 bracket of y minus 4 is equal to 2 bracket of y minus 9 plus 5 bracket of y plus 6. So obviously, you are going to use the BODMAS rule and just multiply them. You would get 15y minus 6t minus 2y plus 18 plus 5y plus 30. When you will solve it further, you would be getting y is equal to 2 by 3 as your answer. Moving to the next part, that is question number 9. 3 bracket of 5z minus 7 minus 2 bracket of 9z minus 11 is equal to 4 bracket of 8z minus 13 minus 17. So use the BODMAS rule and solve these brackets. You would get 15z minus 21 minus 18z plus 22 is equal to 32z minus 52 minus 17. After solving them together, you would get z is equal to minus 70 by minus 35, minus and minus would get cancelled, and you would get z is equal to 2. Now the last question of this exercise is 0.25 bracket of 4f minus 3 is equal to 0.05 bracket of 10f minus 9. Do not worry, the question is very easy. just multiply 0.25 by 4. You would get 100. And after 2 digit, when you will put 0, you will get 1. So we have written 1f here. Next, multiply this 0.25 by 3. You would get 75. And after putting 0 before 2 digit, you will get 0.75. Then in this case also, multiply 5 by 10, you will get 50. And after 2 digit, when you will put 0, you will get 0.50. And after multiplying 5 by 9, you will get 45. And putting zeros before 2 digit, you will get 0.45. I hope you understood this multiplication of decimals. After transposing the variables and the constants separately, you would get 1f minus 0.5f is equal to 0.75 is equal to 0.45. When you will add them together, you would get 0.5f is equal to 0.3 or f is equal to 0.3 upon 0.5. When you will get this, just cancel out the decimals, you would get 3 by 5 or also 0.6. So that's it. This is your answer. Now, some students ask sometime that we should keep it 3 by 5 or we should convert it into 0.6. So I would suggest you, if your question is in the decimal form, always go with the decimal answer, or if it is in the fraction form, prefer fractional form as your final answer. I hope you understood. So let's start the next exercise. Exercise 2.6 of chapter 2, linear equations in one variable. The question number 1 of it is, solve the following equations. The first part is 8x minus 3 upon 3x is equal to 2. So it seems very easy, right? Just turn this 3x on your right hand side and you would get 8x minus 3 is equal to 6x. Or after turning 8x towards the left hand side, you would get 8x minus 6x is equal to 3. That is nothing but 2x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 3 by 2. The second question is 9x upon 7 minus 6x is equal to 15. Either you can use the systematic method or simply you could send 7 minus 6x to your right hand side because we need to relieve 9x. And it would be 9x is equal to 105 minus 90x. When you will be putting all the variables and constant together, you would get 9x plus 90x is equal to 105 or 99x is equal to 105 or x is equal to 105 is equal to 99. Both the numbers can be cancelled out by 3. So 3 35s are 105 and 3 33s are 99. So your final answer is nothing but 35 by 33. Moving to the next question, question number 3. Z upon Z plus 15 is equal to 4 by 9. The best thing is do cross multiplication here. If you are doing cross multiplication, you would be getting 9z is equal to 4z plus 60. When you will get this, simply send the variables part and constant parts separately and you would get z is equal to 12. The next question, question number 4 is 3y plus 4 upon 2 minus 6y is equal to minus 2 by 5. Very easy. Just do the cross multiplication. Send 5 in the multiplication of LHS and 2 minus 6y into the multiplication of RHS. You would get 5 bracket of 3y plus 4 is equal to minus 2 multiplied by 2 minus 6y, and when you will solve it further, you would get 15y plus 20 is equal to minus 4 plus 12y, or when you will solve, you will get y is equal to minus 8 as your final answer. Moving to the question number 5, that is 7y plus 4 upon y plus 2 is equal to minus 4 by 3. So, cross multiplication would give you 21y plus 12 is equal to minus 4y minus 8. After putting the variables and constants separately, you would get 25y is equal to minus 20, and when you will send 25 in the denominator of minus 20, both of them are the multiples of 5. So, we will cancel them by 5. 5 4s are 20 and 5 5s are 25 with the minus sign. So, the answer is nothing but y is equal to minus 4 by 5. The next question, which is a word problem. Let's see this. The ages of Hari and Harry. There are two boys. Their ages are in the ratio 5:7. Okay. 4 years from now, the ratios of their ages would become 3 by 4. Find their present ages. Okay. So we have assumed that Hari's age is 5x and Harry's age is 7x years. After 4 years, they will be 4 years younger than present age. So their ages will be 5x plus 4 and 7x plus 4 for Hari and Harry respectively. And according to the equation, the ratio of their ages after 4 years means 5x plus 4 and 7x plus 4 would be what? 3:4 means 3 upon 4. After we will do cross multiplication, we will get 5 4s are 20x plus 4 4s are 16 is equal to 21x plus 12. When you will keep the variables and constants separately, you would get x is equal to 4 as your answer. But they have asked for Harry's age and Harry's age. So we will be putting our equations as we assumed into 5 multiplied by 4, that is 20 years, and 7 multiplied by 4, that is 28 years. So the age of Hari is 20 years and age of Harry is 28 years. Moving to the last question of this exercise, that is, the denominators of a rational number is greater than its numerator by 8. Okay, if the numerator of the rational number is suppose x, then denominator would be what? Greater than 8. So x plus 8. What would be the rational number then? Numerator is x and denominator is x by x plus 8. Now, it would be what? If we are adding 17 in the numerator and we are subtracting 1 from the denominator, we will get 3 by 2. So what we got? X plus 17 in the numerator and x plus 7 in the denominator, that is equal to 3 by 2. After doing cross multiplication, you would get 2x plus 34 is equal to 3x plus 21. And after doing all the solution, you would get minus x is equal to minus 13. The minus would get cancelled and the value of x is 13. But 13 is not your answer. The numerator is x, that is 13. But the denominator is x plus 8, that is 21. And what they have asked? They have asked for the rational number, that is nothing but 13 upon 21, numerator upon denominator. That's it. Now we have completed our chapter number 2. I have a suggestion. If you find any difficulty during the video, play the video in 0.5 times the speed so that you would be understanding it slowly and in a better manner. And if you face any problem, do let us know. We are always there to solve your queries and help you. Thank you. Have a nice day.